We're live?
We are live. Oh God, it looks like I'm not wearing pants.
Go that way. Just a little bit. We're even.
We're even, and I am wearing pants.
No, she's not. No pants.
They're just a very light tannish color. Guys, happy Friday. What are you doing? What are you
Turning the mic up. I just was making sure I was doing it. Somehow it got turned down. Okay.
What a week. What a week it has been. It is definitely September, which means it's Halloween now. So happy Halloween, everyone. If any of you say it's not Halloween, we will kick you out of the stream because you're wrong. And it is Halloween. And it will be Halloween for the next 2 months. So happy Halloween. Today we're going to be doing shop critiques. If this is your first time joining us for shop critiques, we have a couple little quick rules. First rule is not to put your full shop link in the chat. That is going to get blocked by YouTube and we're not going to see it. There's a very specific thing that we'll need you to copy and paste into the chat when we are ready for you to do so. And I will let you know when it's time to do that. So just give us a few minutes because we don't want to lose your shops. Second thing is that it's going to be completely random. We were going to do some randomizer, random name picker, yada, yada. We haven't figured out how to do that. And it's been so long since we've done one of these. I think it's been like 2 months. So
I'm just going to pick it random.
We're going to pick it random. So please don't complain if, well, we didn't, you skipped me. We're not
skipping anyone.
We're not skipping anybody. The reason that we do these less frequently than we used to is because a lot of people complain when we do them that they didn't get picked. And we have over 20,000 YouTube subscribers. So if this is all we did, then we would not have lives. Next thing is that we are going to cover a lot of information with each of the shops. But even if you don't get picked, there's still a ton that you can learn. And I really want you guys to focus on this because you should be preparing for the holidays now. I know I said in August that this was the time when you needed to prepare. Well, now we're in September, which is actually when people start holiday shopping. Yep. And I know that that sounds crazy because maybe you don't start shopping in September, but working for eRank, when we actually analyze the stats, we start seeing those very first searches for holiday gifts in August. So September is the first month of ramp up. October and November are the biggest. So we don't have a lot of time left to prepare. Everything that I talk about today are things that you should try to apply to your shop now to get ready for the big holiday rush. Even if you don't plan to do like a Black Friday sale, I would still optimize for Black Friday simply because there's going to be more shoppers on the platform on Black Friday than any other day of the year. So even if you're not hosting a sale, there's still going to be more traffic that day. And I know that if I'm sitting down to get my holiday shopping done, I'm doing all of it whether something is on sale or not. Black Friday is the day when I typically do all of my holiday shopping. And if the shop that I'm buying from is having a sale, then that's great. But because I'm in that buying mood, I usually buy anyway if it's something that I want to buy as a gift or for myself. So, and that's another little thing that you guys should know is that even if you don't create giftable items, that does not mean that you shouldn't celebrate Black Friday or hold a Black Friday sale. Because I buy a majority of my tech upgrades, of my office supplies, of just things that I want for myself on Black Friday as well, because I'm hoping for sales. That is the day when Mark and I upgrade everything that needs upgraded in terms of our business and our offices. So even if you create something that isn't a gift, don't feel like you can't do Black Friday. You absolutely can. And also if you're not in the US, if you're, obviously if you're not in the US, then you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, at least not on the same day that the US does, then maybe you'll feel like Black Friday isn't something that you should celebrate. If you have any customers in the US, you absolutely should. Thank you. I was wondering where that was.
It was from my desk, not for you.
Oh. So yeah, just Black Friday is the date that you should optimize for. And down below, if you open up the video description, you're going to find a bunch of freebies that I offer. If you're new to the channel, the two that you're going to want to grab are the 2021 marketing calendars. Now, obviously, we're halfway through the year already, so a lot of them you're not going to be able to use, but focus on the last few for the next 3 months, because those are the most important, honestly. Those are the ones that talk about when to start planning collection launches, when to plan sales, and what to do. And then the second freebie that you're going to want to grab is the SSAR swipe files, because those are going to help you to get more 5-star reviews during the holiday season. Now, in the next few weeks, it'll be sometime in September, we are going to be releasing my Black Friday survival guide and my Black Friday toolbox, which is going to have a ton of freebies and things that you can use for Black Friday prep. The checklist is going to tell you exactly what to do each day leading up to Black Friday so that you can prepare. It also comes with a graphics pack of images, like drag and drop transparent background images that you can place right onto your marketing photos. And these are all royalty free because I took the photos and edited the images myself. You can use them however you want, but those will be available later this month. There's a couple things that I need to do before I launch it, but just keep an eye out for it. As long as you're here during the Friday Bean each week, or if you're watching the replay each week, you'll know when I release that. But other than that, is there anything that we need to... I did want to point out that I posted a reel today on Instagram because I have a lot of you who say things like, "Oh, Starla, you do so much in a day. How do you still have time to yourself?" So I did a day in the life reel yesterday, where all day because with it being the beginning of September, I do all of my like scheduling for fall on like September 1st. So I did all of my Canva photos and I scheduled out all the way until January. So you can kind of get a little glimpse of that and me doing eRank Q&A and it's only a minute long. So it's like a speed run of my life. All right, let's do this.
All right, go ahead and get some shop names in. If you are confused as to how to do your shop name, I'm going to go ahead and get this over to screen share here just for a second. I don't even know if they can actually see that much, but
yeah, they can see it.
Etsy.com/whatever goes here. So that works. Or let's just go to this random.
Yeah, just grab one.
They're just going to the random shop here.
Copy
this thing here. For some of you, not most of you, but for some of you, this won't work for whatever reason. If you've changed your shop name or whatever, be just that part. Do not do the etsy.com/shop/ or our thing will block you out. I'm going to switch this back over.
Yeah.
Move this stuff.
Yeah, this is unfortunately the only way to do it because YouTube doesn't like links. Mm-hmm. So if you post a link, it'll block your.
Well, it's for our security, and
that's true.
Well, it's technically for their security, so nothing happens there. Okay, so excuse me.
And thanks to Seventh Muse, whoever you are, Julie from Seventh Muse, for allowing us to.
Make sure there's no questions, real quick.
Yeah, because once we start going, it'll be really hard to do questions. For those wondering why we're staring.
I have a big, like TV-sized monitor up here that I use for.
I should do a video on Instagram showing them what the setup looks like.
Yeah, after we're done.
Yeah.
I think we're good. All right, I randomly scroll through and pick names. I literally just scroll with my mouse and look away and click, and then whatever's closest.
Who do we got?
Pothos Paper Company? Pothos Paper Co?
I can't see that
the
far.
Paper Co?
That's so far away.
I don't know.
It's
a shot.
That's like 5 feet away from my face. Even with my glasses, I can't see that.
All right. Okay, that didn't work. So let's try to paste it into...
There we go. Kayla, didn't you just make a post that somebody was griping that their sticker wasn't... Oh, I ordered from other shops and my sticker wasn't as vibrant or something. Doo-doo okay. Comments.
Screen share. There it is. And we're tiny. Hello, tiny us.
Yeah.
Tiny screen. All right, you may...
refresh because her banner isn't loading and I can tell that she has one because otherwise the screen wouldn't be that big.
If it doesn't...
Okay, there we go. Okay, so first thing that I notice is...
my mouse. There it is.
First thing that I notice is clear, consistent branding. It is very clear what your branding colors are. It is very clear what your logo is. Everything is insanely cohesive. And one of the first things that I notice is that the actual product photos that you have the same, like, what are these leaves called? That marble? Is this the pothos? Is that the name of the leaf? Or am I...
Or is there a name, or is there a reason behind the name?
Yeah, I don't know.
We're ignorant.
ignorant. But either way, I can see the consistency in your branding and it looks very, very nice. If you only do, okay, pets, animals, and nature. I was going to say, if you only do dogs, I'm a little confused about the leaves, but animals and nature,
I
then
think honestly that if the theme fits pretty well.
yeah, it's super cute. I was confused at first, but now that I see that it's animals and nature, it makes a lot more sense.
I really dig the art style for these two.
Yeah.
The no hard lines. I really like that.
So we'll go ahead and pop open your shop announcement. Holiday collection coming soon. So this is going to tell shoppers that you are that you're active. This is telling shoppers that you are actually updating your shop announcement and that you're getting ready for the holidays. You've got some keywords here. I know a lot of people stick their slogan here, but if your slogan doesn't have your superstar keywords in there or the keywords that you most want to rank for, then I would recommend putting your slogan somewhere on your banner. But you've used your slogan perfectly because you've got the life on paper, which sounds like your slogan, but you've also been able to get in pre-made and custom animal stickers, which is ideally what I assume you're optimizing for. So one thing I will say is that you can kind of keyword optimize your shop sections if you wanted to. If you wanted to say animal stickers, custom animal, blah, 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 animal sticker sheets, you could do that, but it's not one of those things that are going to make or break you. If you want to overachieve, you could do that. Etsy does tell us that they do technically see keywords here. But it's, yeah, exactly.
Take it or leave it.
Exactly.
It won't hurt you to do it, but it won't benefit you enough that we really think that it matters.
Exactly. Your product photos are really nice, though. I really, really like that you've got, oh, and your nails match, too.
Yeah.
You see that?
They're all really well done. And again, that like cell-shaded kind of art style is really cool.
We have a shibby.
Shibby.
A piggy.
Piggy.
All right.
And it's indiscriminate based on the type of animals too. Like there's a lot of specialty shops, but you've branched out and done a little bit of everything. I like that.
Your shop update is showing something that isn't just a repeated product photo, so that is good. Get some photos in your about section. I want to see photos of your workspace. I want to see a photo of you. If you have pets, maybe a photo of your pets, your inspiration, you designing products. This is an area where you're able to really connect with your audience. So if you can get a photo of yourself in here so that they feel more connected to you as a person, that would be ideal. You do have a photo of yourself in your shop owner photo. And what I really like is that you have a different photo here than what you have up at the top. I hate when people, I don't hate it because we do it in Alpha DAP too, I think. But it's not that I hate it. I give extra brownie points if you can get different photos of yourself.
Though it won't hurt your shop. It's a customer experience.
Exactly. Giving them something different to look at, giving them different views of you, basically. But it's not, I'm having to be nitpicky because your shop is very well done.
It's that like extra 1% effort kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So let me grab the shibby because we have a Shiba. Let's see. Shiba.
Shibby Doge.
Doge. Bullet journal planner. Couple things.
I need to go blow my nose.
You know what? Can you bring like tissues down?
Yeah.
Hey, there's tissues down there.
No, there aren't.
Oh, it's just an empty box?
Yes, it is an empty box full of trash.
Oh, okay. Men. Men. You know how they are. Okay. There's a couple terms here that I feel like you could compact together. Rather than having them on their own, because you could broad match Doge with one of these, but you're not getting any exact matches. And especially with Dogecoin being really big right now and the Doge meme being really big right now because of Dogecoin, it might be optimal for you to try to combine this one with other things. Anywhere that you can combine keywords to make a short keyword phrase, I would recommend doing. But overall, your SEO does not seem to be bad at all. I think that especially if people are searching for a sticker like this, it's similar to how we talk about Amber Marie. Hi, Amber. It's going to be one of those things where somebody who has a Shiba is going to look specifically for a Shiba. So you're not going to get as many people just searching for, you know, dog sticker. They usually know exactly what type of dog that they want. So you've got all of those keywords in there. Lots of different photos, which I absolutely appreciate. You want to give your customers all different views of your products. Super cute. And then you are using some of your photos for information. I recommend doing that simply because your descriptions are not going to be noticed by the shoppers. Etsy has made it incredibly hard for shoppers to even see your descriptions, especially on mobile. But even on desktop, you have to click learn more about this item. So making sure that anything that they have to know before they make their purchase is in your actual photos, that is ideal. So details, one thing I will say, and one little idea that I have for your shop in particular, is to get this line out of the top, because I already know, like, I can already kind of assess what this is, that it's a hand-drawn die-cut, you know, sticker. What I would recommend doing is taking your details and bumping them up, because you can only see 2 of them without clicking learn more about this item. But there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces here that you could bump up to be able to fit in a little bit more. Oh, I guess you only had 2. Now I feel stupid. I would still say bump it up. That way the details are the first thing that they see, because then they might be more inclined to actually click learn more about this item so they could see the full details. It's starting to fade. Need me to scoot?
Yes, I am a large man and you are in a large chair.
I couldn't find any
I-
toilet paper. Basically, I had to give myself a lobotomy up there.
Jesus.
Ew.
Ugh, yeah, I hate that.
Gross.
My allergies are so bad.
All right. Overall, very, very nice. And I love that your customers are leaving photos with their reviews. It's super cute, especially when they've got like pictures of their pets with the products. Very, very cute. Your branding is really nice, and it looks like you're doing pretty darn well. So I don't really have a whole lot to critique here. I think that you're doing phenomenally well. All right. And look,
All right.
we're going to do this, and I'm going to show you guys that all these great shops that have great reviews, not all of them are going to have the star seller badge. Don't worry about star seller badges. They're not helping your ranking at all. It's literally Etsy giving you a little shiny star sticker on your shirt.
Yeah.
You get it?
We're back.
Etsy's like, oh, you do good.
You do good.
Here you-
Everybody gets an award. Here you go.
You get a sticker. You get a little sticker on your
Here's
shirt.
your extra good participation trophy.
Do you think that customers are sitting there like, oh, this seller doesn't have a purple star? Don't worry about the star seller badges. Everybody keeps asking me to cover star seller badges, and I'm like, there's nothing to cover, because Amber and I don't even have one. Unless Amber, you might have one in Amber Marie Studio, but I know we don't have one for Alpha Adapt. So
You won't let me do a right click and copy.
he can do it.
Is just Etsy not allowing you to do that anymore?
You get it?
It's also Etsy must be having problems today, because it's also not loading banners on the first try.
Hannah.
Okay, Hannah. How many Hannahs are there here?
Hannah. Every Hannah in the audience is like, oh,
Oh my god, it's me. I don't know which one. Well, you're not gonna know because we're leaving. No, I'm just kidding. Oh,
what's wrong with you today?
I'm in a good mood. Is that okay?
No.
Is that okay that I'm in a good mood?
No, it's weird.
All right, screen share. Here you go. Shop.
Hannah.
I love the blues.
Knots of yarn and love.
Yes.
So, right away, I'm seeing a lot of blue. I'm seeing This way or this way? This way. Okay. I'm seeing your branding colors reflected in your products. I will say that at a glance, I'm a little confused about, I mean, I know what you're selling, but I would say a lot of sellers might be confused. Do you know what this is?
No.
You can't tell what, you don't know what the this is a finished product.
I'm assuming they're curtains?
No.
I had no idea.
You can't figure it out.
No.
What? Look over here. You see what this is?
Yeah, no. I have no idea what that is.
Well, I'm assuming that they
If you haven't figured it out, I'm not like a crafty person. That's her. I'm like the tech guy. I don't do a lot of the actual crafts.
But this is here's kind of just a little lesson to learn is that when you have your photo taken this close up, you're not quite able to see what this is. He has no idea what he's looking at. They are reusable paper towels. They are washable, reusable, and this is the paper towel roll.
Gotcha.
Does that make more sense now that you're seeing it?
100% makes more sense. I didn't know that was a thing. So if I would have known that that was a thing, then I probably would have been able to pick that easier. But I didn't know reusable paper towels were a thing.
Yes. So
I mean, I should have assumed, but
yeah. So maybe just take a step back. You know what I mean? Everything is great. The colors are great. Just back up just a tiny bit so that you can see a little bit more, or do the same photo, but do it in a kitchen setting with like a bowl of fruit on the counter. And that way you can kind of see that they are to be used in the kitchen and what they are.
Even maybe one that's not necessarily like still in perfect condition, like have one that's like sitting next to a plate, like semi still neat, folded, but like you can tell that it's being used to like dry the plate or something.
Right. Like that.
You know what I mean?
Let's see. You have really nice product photos.
Okay, so I gotta.
Are you gonna go snot? He's gonna go snot. Allergy season. These are really nice though, and your photos are very, very pretty. You can find eco-friendly items here. I would try to optimize this with some keywords. This doesn't sound like a slogan or keyword optimized phrase. It's just kind of.
You can put your username.
Okay. Ew. I think that you could probably get some eco-friendly like eco-friendly items. There's got to be a better word than items. What type of items? Homeware, household items would even be better. Let's see. Ooh, I love that you have your EEP. Could you take your EEP and put it up higher? Even if you put it in the second line so that it is above the fold, because if somebody doesn't know to click read more, they won't see it. And you've got the emoji, which is an eye grabber. You want to make sure that this is above the fold so that people are actually joining it. I would even say that if you had to sacrifice this line in order to get this up there, I would do that. I would make sure that your EEP URL is up top. I would also make sure that you add in copy and paste into your browser, because some people are going to sit here and click and click and click and not understand why it's not taking them anywhere.
Yup.
You're going to need to specify that they need to copy and paste it into their browser if you're using your EEP URL. You've got your handles. That's awesome.
I love the photos. So
they're very pretty.
For me, and Amber said you need that blue in every picture. I kind of disagree with that. I like the balance of colors here because nothing is super like in your face. Everything is comfortable, and it's like that. It's like my favorite thing when it comes to listings. Like when you're selling like products that other people are going to use to sell, like digital stuff. Like I like those to be all kind of cohesive,
clean and concise,
right? I like these kind of products to have that kind of controlled chaos to them, and these really have it. Like each individual picture is very neat and clean, but the combined picture is very chaotic, but it's still easy to go through because the colors are different. Everything is like a different kind of background, but they don't collide with each other. It's not abrasive to look at, if that makes sense. Sorry if it doesn't.
My favorite photos out of all these, I like this background. I like this photo especially. This would make a great banner photo if you could get it longer. And I really like this photo as well. I think that these have a very natural setting feel. Whereas some of these are so close up that I don't know, I don't quite know what I'm looking at. But these tell me exactly what the products are because I can recognize it. They're being used in a way that I can glance at and know roughly what I'm seeing. Same with this one. I know what this is because you've set it up in a way that allows me to not have to use too much of my brain to figure it out.
Charlie said reusable toilet paper.
Yeah.
It's not everybody's cup of tea. I definitely wouldn't do it, but for those who can like go through being able to wash it and deal with that.
Yeah,
kind
but
of stuff,
we have a bidet, so we're still
yeah, that's true. We're still doing better than just using paper.
exactly.
Which you should definitely get into if you haven't yet. Bidet is where it's at.
Yeah, for real. I'll do a full look through. So these seem to be keyword optimized a bit. It's like you didn't have to try too hard with keyword optimizing because you put exactly what they are. So that's perfect.
The pics you like are the ones I've recently redone.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Good.
I can tell that you've definitely gotten like that good stylized eye.
You're upping your skill. They have that very like, I don't know, like that Target professionalism to them. Like they're professional. Like you've got the good lighting on the front, but the whole thing still has a sense of depth to it, which is something that a lot of people have a hard time doing, is that like you have the product and you have everything around the product, but then you have what's past the product and it's in focus, but it's not. You've gotten really good at doing that. So congrats on that.
Get some more photos in here. I love this photo on its own, but maybe one of you working, or if you don't want your face, then just your arms working, you packing an order, maybe you using a product. You have your about section filled out and you're talking about something that isn't just about you. One thing that I will say is a lot of sellers use this to talk about themselves, me. And while it is the about you section, buyers don't really care about us. They care how we can help them. So our about you should be written from a position of, I am here. My purpose is to help you.
It's more, yeah, it's more of a why than it is a thing just about yourself, like why you're creating the products for.
Exactly. So we create products that reduce waste, look great, and save you money. So this isn't about you. This is about
dry and to the point, but it is about you.
Right. It's about what they are doing for the customer. It's not about her. It's about
yeah, I agree.
So you've got your story that they can connect with, but then you start talking about things that helping others to reduce their waste. So you're talking about, once again, how you're going to help them. You've got your photo in here and your policies filled out. What?
Making sure things are coming through in the chat. All right.
So I'll grab this photo just because it was one of the ones that stood out to me the most.
Yeah,
so
for
pretty.
sure. That background, like the geometric background, that's where it's at. That's cool. Is that your actual kitchen? I love that kind of backdrop. It kind of looks like it's a backdrop. We caught you.
We caught you, but from a distance, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. For a thumbnail photo. Perfect.
So one thing I will say is I see 12 teal paper towels, reusable paper towels. You don't have to repeat keywords in your title. What's better for you to do is try to put them together. So what would be better in this situation is 12 teal reusable paper towels, and then get rid of this. Cotton paperless towels. Try to get some of your eco-friendly keywords in here. Zero waste. That's like a whole keyword in itself. Zero waste lifestyle. Eco-friendly kitchen. And things like that. There's so much more keyword space that you have in here, especially when you get rid of these repeats. You don't need to repeat words in your title.
They said that's contact paper on a foam board.
Oh, okay. It looks really nice.
Yeah.
Got product photos.
That's really got me thinking that's how I want to do our acoustic panels. I think I really want to get those geometric acoustic panels and do them that way.
You've got your VIP list. I like that you put the VIP list like in the middle. My brain is always like, oh, put your ones with text like at the end, but I kind of like it because it's like we have all these blue teal photos together. It feels really nice.
She said this listing I haven't updated the title because it was doing really well for a while and I didn't want to change it.
Yes. And I guess I should have led with that. That was one of the things I should have pointed out. Even if we're critiquing you, even if we say that you could improve your listing, even if we say that you don't have enough keywords.
The golden rule is literally never change a listing that is performing well.
Yeah.
Like, other than potentially updating photos, if you update cameras or whatever and you've gotten better at photo editing, don't edit anything that affects the actual
No tags and
store.
titles. That's it.
Yeah, no tags and titles.
Yeah. If the listing is selling, do not touch your tags and titles no matter what. Even if you think that you could improve it, don't jinx it, because you could be pulling out a keyword that is holding your entire listing up. And you don't have to try as hard when your listing quality score is already high.
Yeah.
So you don't want to have to start that process all over with new keywords if you take out, one of the keywords that was holding your listing afloat.
Also, another rule that we have that we don't really discuss a lot, like if somebody said that they're afraid for us to critique because of finding things. That's a good thing, though. It's a good thing to have stuff messed up with your shop. We can find it and do what we need to. And sometimes we'll miss stuff in other people's shops. But also, don't go through and edit like a lot of listings at once. That's another big rule that we try to go through, is like, if you have something wrong with a lot of your listings, don't just go through and like absolutely blast them. Do a couple, give them a little while, do a couple, give them a little while. And by a little while, I mean like a few weeks.
I love how the last one was all blue and all the photos were blue. And this one is, the product is white. Mm-hmm. So everything is styled like white and gray and really neutral colors.
Depth perception, yo.
It's so styled.
You got that focus going right.
For this one, I see that it's like a vertical photo. Could you crop this so it's the same image as the other one, where
Get it out of here.
Make it not, because I see that there is
there's no reason for the fake shadow on the bottom.
Just cut top and bottom off so that this is bigger, so it matches, because I know you already have that photo because I just saw it in
I can see that it looks like it was cut for a cell phone on.
Well, no,
you can't see it here, but
I think that all of the photos have that shadow. I think Etsy puts it there.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Oh, maybe not.
No, I was about to say no.
Either way, but everything looks really, really nice. So we, once again, weren't able to do a lot of critiquing. My biggest critique, honestly, is any listings that aren't performing well. Try to switch your keywords around a little bit and update your top banner a little bit, so non-eco-friendly savvy people who might be learning about it for the first time can glance and understand what they're seeing, because your photo skills are very, very good.
They are.
I would love to see those reflected in your banner, where you've got that beautiful scene that you've created with your with the foam board. It's
funny, from a distance, these look like plates.
I thought the same thing. I thought that they were plates.
I was trying to figure out, do you use a color key or anything like that? Do you use a loop filter on your pictures? Because it looks like you're using a clarity filter, but I think it might just be like the actual lighting you're using and the depth perception you're putting in the photos.
They're very crisp.
They are very crisp. But it looks like it's natural lighting, but I've got two gigantic lights in my eyes, so it's hard to tell what's natural and what isn't at the moment. Okay.
Let's go ahead. All right.
You check this, I can't sell. I don't know what you mean by that, dog.
What?
Oh. I'm going to bring this over here while I do this, because it's really hard to do from over there. Go.
Fine.
Excuse me.
For some reason, it's like YouTube is blocking some of your comments, but if we see that happen, we will click.
Yeah, I'm showing it, so don't freak out.
Mm-hmm. I guess
I've got some. You got some too. All right.
Got Butters over here. Butters is the best South Park.
Butters is the best South Park character. To tag your favorite South Park character in the comments.
What year is it? Who watches South Park anymore?
I do. Their most recent season was banging.
It was a little spicy.
It was offensive. That's what I like, though. Okay.
Yeah, don't announce the shops in the event that we can't get them to work and someone gets upset.
Okay. That's why I told them, like, if it doesn't, like, because putting this in here didn't work, but putting it up here did. So, all right.
Laura.
All right, Laura.
Laura.
Right.
Laura.
Right.
Laura. Hello, Laura. Okay.
Play the didgeridoo. All right.
Anthony Wolf is in
Coming
the
up.
background, super mad. No. Oh man, Anthony tried to impersonate you last week, and that was pretty funny.
Oh, I'm an American.
No, his voice goes higher pitched. I said, Anthony, your impression of Americans is literally just you raising your voice a couple octaves. He's like, I know, I'm bad at that.
Oh man, I have no idea what's going on.
We make fun of each other. Me and Amber make fun of each other, and is it this way?
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Wolf and we make fun of each other, and it's a lot of fun.
And the last one said that I do editing in Lightroom. Usually I just adjust the brightness because I use natural light. Cool. I would have had no idea that you use natural light. So your use of natural light is very, very well done. You must have a very good lighting in your house.
All right, Laura. First thing that I notice is that you do not really have a consistent branding. You know, I actually like your photo. It looks like you've taken one of your crocheted pieces and you've laid a filter on top of it that gives it almost like a canvas texture. I like that. But your actual business name is a little blurry. You can actually crisp that up by recreating this in Canva and making sure that when you're using Canva's Etsy banner template, when you go in to save it as your download, it's going to have a little slider bar. And you're able to grab that slider bar and increase the size because it does not save at the correct size. Canva, for some reason, they've got it it's down res, like one size too small. So grab that slider, crank it up, and then when you upload it, it will be nice and crisp.
So are you talking about the actual image itself?
I'm talking about the font being.
Oh, the font. Okay. I was about to say, because the background looks like that was intentional.
Yeah, I'm talking about the font. I also noticed that you don't really have consistent branding. This feels like it could be, a nice, kind of farmhousey branding because it matches these photos that I'm seeing first before I have to scroll. That's above the fold content that you see before you have to scroll down.
Yes.
But I would try to get a logo rather than using a product photo. Because seeing this big quilt, especially since the quilt is many, many, many colors, I would recommend trying to get an actual professional logo done using this kind of pretty off-white color.
Yeah,
because
like that.
It would make them matching.
Scroll down a little bit so we can see the rest of the shop too.
Yeah. Well,
I know. I just like being able to kind of look at things while you're yipping.
You've got some keywords in here. Let's see. Ooh, lots of
lordy. There you go.
So you've got information, safety information about baby blankets.
CYA.
Not quite sure why you have SEO links. That doesn't make sense. Search, because that would be search engine optimization links. Just say links, because this is not SEO.
I would call them just like social.
Yeah, social
links.
Follow
social media.
Follow me. Especially
follow me, like you're directing people to you.
Yeah, because the customer isn't going to know what SEO means for one, and for two, this isn't SEO regardless. So I would switch that out.
Honest mistake, though.
Yeah, your photos are super cute. Some of them I like a lot more than others. So I don't know if you're in the middle of reshooting.
I can tell that some of them are newer and some of them are older. But to be honest, it's still not bad.
I'm not a fan of these.
Yeah, a lot of the ones that are a little bit brighter, you've done a good job with shadows. The shadows aren't hard. You have very soft shadows. I can tell that. Here, let me have that. I can tell that it looks, it might just be editing, but it looks like this one was done in a light box because I can see the corners where the light is concentrated. I might be wrong, of course. This one, I can tell that you've softened the shadows and you've used the tool. But this one isn't bad. Shadows are soft, background's good. This one, I can see the shadows cascading. I can see where the light's coming from. But all in all, the pictures aren't bad though.
No, not at all. I think that I'm connecting more with the ones I'm more likely to click are this one with the nice wood background, this one, the one on the plate.
They have that feeling like when you walk into like when you go to a like a pumpkin farm in the fall, and then you walk into the actual
The
like
little
shop,
shop.
like the actual like wooden house shop where they have all this like cool crocheted stuff.
Yeah.
They give that vibe off, and I can tell that that's probably what you were going for.
I would stick to this wood background if possible. I know I'm normally one to say like light backgrounds, but for your product, I like these a lot more. These feel a lot more amateur. These feel more like you have, maybe taken a photography course.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the background is really just going to be dependent on what you're trying to show off with the product. For something like this, obviously a plain white background just isn't going to do. No matter what you do, it's not going to capture the vibe. Most products will do good on a white background, but most products will also do good if you put the background to something that actually shows off the detail.
Yeah. I would also, I know that the hats are for the bears, but if the bears don't come with the hats, I wouldn't use these as your primary photos, because as a shopper, I might assume that the bears are included.
Is your whole shop closed for miniature bears? I think it is.
Are they?
They are.
Is it
or
all
babies?
Knit and crochet.
They're for babies.
Blankets.
She's using the bears.
Miniatures.
Yeah.
Oop. I didn't mean to click that one. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
Oh boy.
Let's see. You've got some photos down here. I would love to see one of you actually creating products. I would love to see a photo of you crocheting.
Photo.
Yeah, crochet.
Get in there.
Get a photo of you crocheting or, packing an order or something. It helps to form that really warm connection. You've got your policies filled out. That's good. I'm going to click on these because I think that they are cute. Miniature apple hats, 2 knitted caps, doll clothes, mini caps, red, green, pink, brown.
Hey, Nasir, stop posting multiple things over and over again.
Yeah, you guys don't have to post them multiple times. We will get to you.
And you're also posting them from more than one account.
Yeah,
So don't do that.
Yeah, because we don't want to have to block you from the channel. We see what you're doing. Please don't do it. Let's see. Oh, these are so cute. Your photos are really nice. I love this wood background. It looks like you have like a table or something, maybe even outside. The lighting feels really nice. I like how these look. These are definitely my favorite photos though. Yeah. SEO doesn't seem too bad. I'm sure that you're probably trying to optimize for doll clothes. I would try to get some fall and autumn keywords in here. As long as this isn't like a bestseller, I would say maybe some autumn keywords, because everything it looks like you've recently released like a fall collection. So maybe some autumn related keywords in there. Yeah, you've got miniature pumpkins, 4 knitted pumpkins, fall decor, Halloween, Thanksgiving. Could you smash these together a little bit and do like, I don't know, autumn, Halloween decor fall, or Thanksgiving table decor? I think you could probably just get some more keywords and combine things together and do keyword phrases rather than single word keywords like Halloween by itself, Thanksgiving, because it's very unlikely that if someone searches for Halloween, I mean, how many listings are there for Halloween? You probably won't rank for that by itself. Try to smash it in with some other words and see if you can create a short keyword phrase instead. Because even if Halloween by itself is getting more searches, there's so much competition that it's very unlikely that you're going to rank for it.
Wow, that first review there, that person's a dingling, aren't they?
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Go hit back.
Well, we don't want to showcase a dingling review.
It was a custom listing, and the person gave 4 stars, even though they said it was great. Don't be that person. I hate that person.
It's
great, but not great enough for 5 stars because nobody's perfect, right?
Yeah, that's like the teacher that doesn't give A's because no one's perfect.
5-star reviews are if it met your expectations. 4-star reviews are if it met your expectations, but it had a physical, visible flaw. 3 stars is if it kind of met expectation but wasn't as described, and then 2 and 1 are this product sucks.
Yeah.
Just give everything a 5-star review.
Overall, really nice. My biggest critiques are to get some consistency, like just a little branding consistency. Your banner is just a tiny bit blurry, but not enough that I think that it's going to affect people's perception of your shop. It's just slightly blurry. But I would definitely try to get a logo in here because you have a very, there's a style here. Everything is very farmhouse, autumn, woodsy. And I assume that you've kind of gone with that theme. Even your holiday products feel very woodsy to me. And maybe it's just how you've displayed them. But because that's my perception at a glance, it might be something that you want to run with. If that's my perception, then it's likely the perception of others as well. And then just brushing up on your SEO a little bit, trying to combine keywords into phrases where you can, because either way, you're still going to broad match when people mix and match those terms, yes, or when Etsy mixes and matches those terms. But if you can get an exact match phrase, which means the keywords are in that exact order when somebody searches for them, you're going to have a lot better chance of actually being found in search.
Yes.
So, all right. Are we good?
Uh-huh.
Let's do
Probably
it.
get 2 or 3 more in before we start doing questions. Shoot. Yeah. Yeah, we saw you, Daniel. You don't need to keep posting. I had a customer give 2 stars for a custom order that she had approved from multiple photos, including the items.
Oh my God.
She said it wasn't what she expected. People suck, man.
Yeah.
Don't be one of the people that suck. Be a good people.
Yeah, just don't. And if you're dealing with somebody like that, I mean, don't let them get under your skin too much. And if all else fails, I know that we've got a lot of like people actually named Karen, but there is a site called Karen Check. I know that not a lot of people like the use of the word Karen, but there is a site called Karen Check where you can go and look at a buyer's review history to see if they are one of those people that just leaves nasty reviews all the time. That way, if they place an order and you feel like, maybe they've messaged you and they're snotty and you can tell, you do have the option to cancel that order, and it could prevent you from getting a bad review if you said like, oh,
I think being upset by being called a Karen's kind of silly, since, being a jerky guy has been a Chad for however, being a Chad or a Kyle or
being a Mark.
Being a Mark.
What guys, let us know in the chat, what would you have to do to be a Mark? What would your personality be? You're such a Mark.
That's an old gang term, isn't it? Being a Mark.
Being a Mark.
I'm not gonna look that up right now.
You're such a Mark. All right.
I'm pretty sure that's a gang reference, but okay. There we go.
Faux Sweets. Wow. Why did you submit your shop? It's already so pretty. This is beautiful. This is such a beautiful photo, and it's not real, but I want to eat it anyway. A couple quick critiques. Get your photo in here. This is a shop owner photo, and your name is not Faux Sweets, and this is not your face. And if you don't want to use your face, that's okay. But
use an avatar.
Yeah, use an avatar. Get like a little cartoon character of yourself, or it doesn't even need to be of you.
It doesn't even need to be human. Just something that represents you that somebody can build an attachment to.
Yeah,
because building an attachment to a label is not really a thing that people can do. It's not ingrained in us as people.
And and this isn't something that you have to change because your logo does look really nice, but in the context of Etsy, I can't read any of this. I have no idea what this says. And it's not reflected in your banner, so I just have no idea what it says. I could still recognize it. If Jack Daniels were to take their logo and shrink it down, you wouldn't be able to read that either. But in the world of Etsy, I'm more just letting you know that it's really hard to see. But I don't know if that's anything you can change. I would just make sure that you put your face here, because if I can't read this, then I definitely can't read this. It might even be fun if you did a photo of yourself and then erase the background and put in this teal as the background of the photo of yourself.
You've done a great job of capturing the like candy aspect, the sugary candy. Like this makes me want Halloween treats.
Yeah, this is great.
Not even like a cheap dollar store Halloween treat. Like this makes me want some good homemade treats.
I see that you have in your featured, maybe it's just because you haven't had time to update, but you've got, it looks like still patriotic, like 4th of July summer items. Get some of these Halloween items in your featured and bump these down. That way fall is the first thing that I see. These are really nice though. Let's see. Luxury faux food art.
I dig that.
That sounds, could be keyword optimized. I assume faux food is probably one of the keywords you're trying to optimize for.
Luxury faux is probably also like, even if people aren't searching for food, luxury faux. People are searching for stuff like furs and stuff, luxury faux fur. It might still pop up for that.
Let's see.
Quench.
Super duper cute. Lots of different like holiday themes. So I'll do.
Man, the attention to detail on your products is pretty like that.
Yeah, that doesn't.
That doesn't look. That looks like food.
Oh, you've got a listing video
I don't.
Macarons.
Pause it.
there. Because I don't know if the sound. This is very high quality. This feels like a BuzzFeed video that I'm watching. Wow.
We were featured on BuzzFeed.
Shut up. Did they like record these?
I can tell that it's like either their editing style or you emulated it perfectly.
Yeah, this feels very BuzzFeed-ish. It's very nice. I love this. All right, we won't have to watch the whole thing.
Good God.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Wow. These are nice. I would say get a photo of yourself in here, but you're in your video, so that I give it a
That's more than enough. And that's a feature video too, from an actual like BuzzFeed. Like, no matter what your opinion about BuzzFeed is, like being featured by somebody by like BuzzFeed and actually having a video by BuzzFeed is a huge deal. So,
all right,
I would taunt that.
All right, what are we clicking? Which one you want to look at? Which one looks the tastiest?
Oh, give me a minute here. Let me look.
Pick from the top.
How hungry am I? If you didn't know, I've been dieting, and I haven't been able to have sweets like this in a while.
Pick from the top because it looks
Don't
like
you tell me what to do.
It looks like she just released the Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
So it'll be the most.
And you got I'm assuming this was like 4th of July stuff too.
Yeah.
She got it in featured.
Do a Halloween.
Honestly, I want something with a lot of detail. I really like the cupcakes with the little fake caramel apples on them.
Okay, open that one.
I dig them.
All right. First thing that I notice is you don't have a lot of photos.
Get more photos in there, girl.
Yeah, these photos are these photos are almost the exact same image. Could you change things up?
Mm-hmm.
Give me these in different settings, stage them, put like a real caramel apple beside them, put them on a plate.
I know they're probably like to scale with a real cupcake, but having something for scale is always nice to have.
Yeah, there's I think that there's a lot of things you could do here.
No.
More photos the better. Let's see, fake cupcake. Okay, so you don't need to repeat the word cupcake. You could do fake caramel apple cupcake and be able to get a nice match there.
Again, if these are performing well, don't touch them. And I'm assuming that they are, considering you've got 3,500 sales. So I would,
This I would not consider kawaii stationery though. This fake.
Yeah, that seems like a copy paste.
Yeah, definitely not stationary. I would
not for consumption. Good putting that, because I know that if I was drunk and I popped onto Etsy, I'd be like, oh man, that looks good. Cupcake. Your whip on top of that, the icing, is probably some of the most convincing I've seen. This just looks like food.
He would eat it.
I am absolutely blown away by how good these look.
He hasn't had sweet.
I'm so hungry.
He hasn't had sweets in
it's lunchtime. This is normally when I eat, so I'm hungry.
All right. Let's see. You've got your description. I would just say more photos. I mean,
I would for these, this would be something that even at the price, I would use on a set. Like a movie set.
Yeah.
If I was doing a Halloween scene,
grab another one.
You toss those in the background on a set and it would be very convincing.
Very cute.
They are very cute.
This actually feels more like you've got this fake cupcake with handmade faux fondant, ghost cat topper, fake food decor. This particular keyword phrase, I'm wondering why you're trying to optimize for this.
For kawaii stationery.
Yeah. Is there am I missing something? Maybe it's me being ignorant about something.
Is the use of stationery more broad than it used to be?
Not sure.
I don't know. Fall winter 2021 is starting.
Yeah, that's a true statement, but not connecting with it for your shop. I would maybe put my fall and winter 2021 collections are starting, or fall winter 2021 is starting in the Faux Sweets shop. Because yes, fall winter 2021 is starting. What does that have to do with
being a little more personable? Like, be more personable with the shop. Like, it should all, like, obviously you can't perfectly recreate it, but like when you come to a shop on Etsy, it should have a similar feeling to like actually walking
a
into
boutique.
a shop. Well, like walking into a shop and being greeted and feeling comfortable with what you're looking at. I know that sounds really corny because like you're shopping on the internet and you're used to being able to hop on Amazon and just buy stuff and then look at angry people's reviews. But like,
Etsy's different.
Right. And most customers aren't going to get that from what you're doing here. But the people that are going to be your like raving mad customers and the people that are going to keep coming back and that are going to fall in love with your brand are the people that you're going to capture that way. They come to the shop and feel exactly the way that you want them to feel about your product. Like if you had a physical location, store, or booth at a thing, like I want to feel when I go to your shop that this is what I'm here to buy.
The psychology behind it is within 7 seconds, somebody's going to have an impression of your brand after they click on it. They develop how they feel about your brand within 7 seconds. So what are you saying that someone is going to assess within 7 seconds? And the most important parts of those 7 seconds are kind of gathered above the fold of your shop. That's why I'm really critical of branding and banners, because those are the things that give you a mood. They are the invisible branding elements of the mind where someone sees it, but then the feelings that they get from it, those are invisible.
Yes. And with as hard as we can see that you're trying with your pictures and how good your pictures are and how good your products are, they deserve to have everything that like holds them up, the entire foundation of the rest of that, to be as perfect as it possibly can be.
Yeah.
You've got like the Empire State Building sitting on top of like a wooden foundation. Build it up. Let's see here. We got a couple actual statements that come in, so
okay,
let's go through those real quick and we'll do maybe like 2 more.
Yeah,
That'll give us like 30-40 minutes. I had a customer give 2 stars for a custom order that she approved from multiple photos.
Oh, you read that already?
Yeah, I did. Sorry. I have Karen check on Chrome. It pops up when I'm responding to a message for a client. Does Etsy ding you for canceling an order?
No. I mean, if you were like canceling like every order, they would probably wonder why, but they're not going to ding you for canceling an order.
You know, Etsy still gives customers 48 hours to leave a review after canceling their order. It doesn't feel fair if you cancel because the customer is a jerk. They can leave a review if you cancel the order?
I don't, well, if it's like before you've even shipped it, I don't think anybody's going to think to leave a review if you haven't even shipped the item.
Yeah, no, I don't even know why they would provide that as an option. If they haven't received the item, they can't leave a review. So, anyway. Somebody said, Mark, a target for a con or swindle. Yes, but I was talking more like modern gangs, like gangbangers, Crips and Bloods. Let's see here. not like old style gangs, like little Italy gang.
You know, Mark knows the gang life here in Ohio with our corn.
I literally don't. That's why I said it.
He knows the strug.
Like, we don't live like 30 minutes from one of the most dangerous cities in the country.
You're right. You're right.
Get out of here.
I grew up there. I know. I grew up.
Food, blah, blah, blah. Photos on a table, on a counter, and a couple items blurred in the background. I see those being great or real estate. For to sell houses. Yeah, absolutely.
That's something that you should maybe incorporate in is for home showings, real estate. Because when they tour people through the house and show them what the possibilities are for their decor, they usually do like to stage the kitchen. I think that would be a fantastic niche that you might not have even considered, rather than just decor for the holidays, decor for real estate agents to use in show homes. You should look into that because you might have a gold mine of customers just waiting to buy.
Why get rid of fake cupcake if that could be an exact search term? We're nitpicking.
I'm not saying that you have to get rid of it. I'm saying that the repeating of the word
isn't necessary.
Exactly.
But if it's an exact match or it's performing well, again, it doesn't matter. Just leave it alone.
Right. That's why
we're when it comes to shops like this, I mean, this person was featured in BuzzFeed. Their products are quite literally flawless. Like, we have to nitpick. We can't just be like, oh, it's good. Good, next one. Like, we have to be able to tear apart the small shops and the shops that are successful.
Exactly. And that requires you guys doing your own research and being able to say, okay, here are their suggestions. Now let me check erank.com and see if, because we don't have the search numbers for every keyword in the world memorized.
Not everything we say is something that everyone has to do.
Exactly.
You have to be responsible and, like, I don't know, intelligence not the right word, but you have to be
analytical enough.
Yeah, to be able to take what we say and be able to apply what actually matters to your shop. But you have to understand what matters to your shop first.
Yes.
Okay.
Nothing that we say is blanket statements. We are just giving you guys our critiques at a glance.
Americans are different. What's DoorDash? Is DoorDash not an all over the world thing? I'm pretty sure. There are like 50 different services that. Sorry, I thought you had something on your glass. There are like 50 different services. It's food delivery. How do you make surgical scrub hats attractive? My biggest struggle.
Don't make them, it's not about making them attractive. It's about making them appealing to the target customer. So surgical scrub hats are going to be purchased by those in the medical field. How can you display them in a way that is representative of the medical field? When I think of the medical field, I think of clean, I think of crisp, I think of white, I think of sterile. I would say I think of friendly. That would be something comforting to me. If I was going to a doctor's appointment, I'd be very turned off if the person wasn't friendly. So I would say a nice crisp white background with a happy woman posing with the surgical scrub cap on. That would connect with me as, someone who works, if I worked in the medical field, that would be representative to me of the environment that I work in or strive to work within.
Let's see here. I checked fake cupcake on eRank and it says 0 searches.
Yeah.
There you go.
So faux might be the way to go. Or like we said, going with the real estate thing. I think that was a fantastic suggestion.
Let's see. I'm in a photo of someone that is normal because when I'm neutering a dog, I don't look like a model. I don't have makeup on. I have a mask on, my cap, and I'm focused.
You have to stage it. You just got to
stage it, fake it.
You're not looking.
You could be neutering a stuffed animal.
In the foot. How about not?
There's plenty of seller. Okay.
All right.
Anyway, next shop.
We'll do like 2 more, and then you guys are free to ask us some questions. This is a great. If you guys want to go ahead and get some questions in the chat, feel free to do that now as we do the last 2 shops. If we can locate them. If you're not able to do that one, then maybe just pull a different one.
Yep, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Occasionally.
We won't tell you which one it is. That way they don't freak out.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Although I don't know if that's any better or worse.
Right. It's because now they know that someone we.
We didn't do your shop.
It's not like we wanted to not do their shop. I would have loved to have done their shop. We just couldn't get it to.
Not going to do that one either. I think Etsy's having problems today.
Yeah, because we're putting the direct link in and we're searching the shops directly and we're not finding them. I'm hungry.
Come on. There we go.
What are we going to eat? Here we go. First link.
Yeah.
All right. We got one. Anna. Everyone named Anna. Freak out. Everyone freak out if your name is Anna.
See, and it's not loading the top banner again either.
There we go.
I did not think that that's what that was when I pulled that up.
Oh.
Yep.
You thought it was a butt, didn't you?
Sure did.
Okay. Hey, Anna.
First impression, just immediately going to it, I thought that was a butt. 100% thought that was a butt on a beach. Because that's what it looks like.
Might be a good idea. Just, not that Mark is your target customer.
No, I'm a dude and I got dude brain and that looked like a butt when I first got it. After a couple of seconds, I realized it wasn't. But that, because you got the beach here and the ocean and like that, I just straight up oh, that's somebody's butt in the sand.
maybe just take a step back when photographing. I would say that would because it's a pretty photo. I love the balance of it. Take a step back from the sandals to get that photo, to capture it. Because I didn't think it was a butt, but I didn't know what it was.
I thought it was a butt. That's the first thing I thought. The second I hit enter, it popped up. And that's what I thought. But enough about butts.
Did anybody else in the chat not know what it was? I'm assuming Mark was the only one who thought.
I said it before we put it up on screen, so
I'm assuming that Mark was the only one who thought it was a butt, because
I don't think that's the case. Okay.
that's where his brain just goes. Let's see. Your branding is beautiful, though. This is very nice branding. I really like that you've got this kind of foiling, both from the sandal, and you have it like incorporated into the logo. And I love your symbolism. This is very original. I've never seen like this before. This feels very you, and it feels very professional.
And I get what you were going for. You're from Greece and all that. Like I get what you were going for with the background.
Yeah. See, I love that you're using the white emoji. It's very consistent, very cohesive. Your photos are very nice as well.
They're very professional. They look like something a shoe store would use to like advertise shoes, like in the front window where they've got like the picture of the legs with the shoes.
Yeah,
they're posed very well.
These are very pretty, very, very nice. And a lot of them aren't overly edited, but they don't need to be. And I think that is very nice.
That is a good point Simek made. I hope I pronounced your name correct. Is that I understand like you're from Greece, you're trying to go with like where you're from kind of thing for your banner, but it really doesn't, because of the type of shoes you're selling. It has nothing to do with the type of products that you're selling. It's not necessarily a big deal, but you don't wear like dress shoe sandals to the beach.
That's true. I'm not seeing I'm not seeing a lot.
They would just call these sandals.
Would they? I was going to say, is that a language difference? Because I wouldn't call any of these sandals. I wouldn't consider any of these to be sandals. In fact, I'm not really seeing anything that, at least here, I wouldn't consider these to be sandals.
I would consider these almost to be dress shoes.
Yeah. And maybe the sandals maybe there are sandals. Maybe they're just not on the front.
We are not from Greece. We know nothing about the culture there. We could be being completely ignorant, so forgive us of our ignorance.
I was going to go back up and see handmade leather, sandals, and shoes. So that feels very keyword optimized. You've got a photo of your face, which is insanely important for building that connection.
I mean, I could see how like the flat bottom, open top shoes could be sandals. Well, there's some sandals.
Those are pretty.
Those are pretty.
Those are very pretty. Ooh, that is so neat.
Wow, you want... Okay.
So, like, inspired by you've got that abalone. Wow, these are beautiful. Where
are those at? Sold out, probably.
I was gonna say, where...
Those look like they probably take some time to make.
I would love to see a photo of you in here. Working on them. You've got your FAQs. That might be interesting to have a photo of you, or you sitting next to a bunch of the shoes.
Yeah. Somebody said click on this. There's a section that they have that's sandals. But the issue is this is what people see when they come to the shop. Yeah, and there's not a whole lot.
Those are girls, women's.
And the sandals aren't the first thing that pop up.
Yeah.
So either way, it's still not a cohesive like top to bottom experience. Again, not that big of a deal.
Or just select some of them as your featured products. I don't even think you had featured product set. Get some of these.
Yeah, get some of the like really nice. Yeah, these are really well made. Those are super cool.
These I've never seen anything like them.
I've literally never seen anything like that. They're expensive, but some of those should be like front and center.
Exactly, because when I go to your storefront, I've seen shoes like this. These aren't rarities, but
Are you on the storefront now? Because it's a completely different set of stuff.
Are you changing things as we're talking to you? Did I?
Or is it just Etsy being goofy?
I'm confused. Now it's different shoes. What did I do?
What did you do?
What did I do? Did I do that or did you do that?
What did you do? Did you be honest now? Come on.
Did you change it? Did I do it?
Is it an algorithm thing because you would click through the sections?
It's different shoes. There's something screwy afoot.
Okay. See, now if we go back to all on here, it's
Yeah.
still. What did you do?
Okay, look,
Anyway,
you guys, you get the point. If we're talking about sandals, I'd love to see the sandals at the front, simply because I've never seen these anywhere else. These are like the show stoppers. If they want the other shoes, then they will find them. But man, these are so beautiful. Put your show stoppers right up front, especially.
don't be afraid of the price. To what they look like they're worth it. And people right
Yeah.
now, especially in today's day and age, bougie shoes are where it's at.
Yeah, absolutely. These are beautiful. And, you know, I know that there's also that whole obstacle of, well, it's about to be winter in the US, but it's summer somewhere.
Because the thing is, either way, like, obviously still have some of your dress shoes up front, because that's probably what people are going to buy more often than not. But have something that really grabs their attention, because these just look like dress shoes. I can buy dress shoes at like any dress shoe store. I cannot get any of these anywhere near here.
Yeah.
Like, and even if people don't, they look at those and they go, oh, cool, but I wonder what else they've got because I can't afford that. That's what you're going for.
Yeah.
The sort by was changed. Gotcha. Custom sorting versus relevance sorting.
Got it. Leather wedges, hand-painted shoes, purple heel wedges, leather platform sandals, open-toe ladies' heels, unique art wedges, summer platforms. Nothing is really pointing to the type of customer who would buy this. I would also try to incorporate in some keywords on listings that aren't performing well. Something like they almost have, like, I feel like they would fit the boho hippie vibe.
Yeah.
I think that they would fit the music festival vibe. I think that they would hit, you know, I think that those terms would be more catered to a type of customer. Let's see. Yeah, these are really nice. I love that you have listing videos. In fact, you're the first shop so far that's had listing videos in the listings that we've clicked on, at least.
Again, they're not mandatory, so don't feel bad
No.
if you don't have them. You've got how to properly size your foot, which I really like, because even big shoe companies don't do a very good job of that.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Overall, really, really nice. I don't have a whole lot of critiques other than maybe, you know, change up your banner a little bit.
Yeah,
I'd love.
this is the kind of thing that has the potential to, like, actually, like, get big as a kind of thing. Like, you're really good at what you do.
Yeah, these are so super duper nice and unique, and not something that I've ever seen before. And
maybe even if you could figure out a way to, like, make it more apparent of what you sell here. Because, again, like, most people aren't going to have that thought. Obviously, that's just me being goofy saying that it looks like a butt. But I have no idea what that is. Like, without seeing the shoes down here in the bottom, I would have not a clue as to what you do at all.
Just take a step back a little bit for the photos. But overall, really, really nice. Your branding is beautiful, and your photos are beautiful, and your products are beautiful. So there's not a whole lot that we can critique. But we always want to tell you guys, even if what we are saying at first glance is, like, comes off as rude, we want you guys to know what our first impression was, because if we had that first impression, that means that that someone else might have it as well, and we'd rather you know. We're not trying to embarrass you. We'd rather you know, that way, if that's not the impression you want people to get, that you are at least aware that someone else has that impression. That's like, I had this perfume once that I liked, that I wore. I don't know if you remember this. I had this perfume that I liked that I wore, but every time I wore it, he was like, "What smells like cat pee?"
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was like, it's my perfume. And he smelled it and he's like, "You smell like cat pee." It was a perfume that I had bought, and
That she enjoyed.
Right, I enjoyed it, so I knew what my impression of it. It smelled like flowers, but
to me, it smelled like cat pee.
He thought it smelled like cat pee, and that's not the impression I wanted to give off. So obviously, I quit wearing it.
I'm having a hard time finding this shop on Etsy. What's the spelling of the name? Etsy, I think, is having a hard time with shops right now. I just popped it into Google. Pop it into Google, and it was the first link. Pop the shop name in there.
All right. Is this the last one, or are we doing one more?
I think this is the last one. Is this what I typed in? I want to make sure that this is the correct shop. Can I have my mouse, please? Okay.
I think that's...
Whatever. I'm sure it's fine. And again, not loading the banner because Etsy.
All right.
Okay. And then... Boop.
All
There we
right.
are.
Studio Gray 13, which is interesting because your last name is Gray, so that fits very nicely. First thing that I noticed is your branding's kind of confusing. We've got kind of a blurry banner and some burlap and a pig, and I don't understand.
What you do?
I don't.
Coasters and embroidered towels.
The pig is super cute. Is there anything that you can do with it up top, or even if the font was the color of the pig?
On that background, it would be impossible to read that text if it were green.
That is a pig, right?
It looks like a pig.
Is that a pig?
Is that a pig?
Oh.
It looks like a pig.
It's like your branding is, the pig is cute and nothing else fits the pig. If the pig is going to be your thing, style the banner around the pig.
The pig.
I like the pig. I really like the pig. I would give the pig more spotlight because he's cute. Let's see. Cool coasters and embroidered towels. So you've got some keywords in here. You've got a photo of your face, which I love.
Yes.
Let's see. You've got your shop announcement. Let's look at your photos.
I don't have anything negative to say about the pictures. They're
fabric coasters.
Yeah,
fabric coasters. It makes sense. I can see what they are. I like the ones with the mugs setting on them. I actually think that this tells me at a glance what they are. Maybe try to incorporate the mugs into more of them.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I dig that. I do like that they're kind of broken up a little bit. It's like you can, there's like a mug there and without them. Like I kind of like how they're broken up because it changes the pattern a little bit.
You've got some keywords in here. So all of these have coasters. So that is good. Let's take a little scroll. Oh, you don't have an about section. Etsy will rank you higher if you have all of the things that they give you to fill out. If you fill them out, it's one of the things that can help you rank higher. Don't ever leave anything blank that Etsy provides to you to fill out unless they say that it's like, that it's not something that contributes to ranking. But having a complete about section does.
I still think if you're able to fill something out, no matter if it contributes or not, it should be filled out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't make it look like you have less than other shops do.
Exactly. Get some photos of yourself working on your products, some of your, packing orders, office, designing things, whatever it may be. It could even pets, family, yada, yada. I would try to get some photos in there and actually write an about section. Looks like we've got some Halloween products. Halloween bats, fabric drink coasters, gothic spooky home decor. Vampire style, creepy awards, coaster, set of 4. Okay.
Yes, as long as they're optimized, that should be fine. And using the word coaster a couple of times, not a big deal.
Because we got
coasters and coaster, but that doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
It's not like an excessive thing. Very nice. I
like the sew pattern on that. Go into like a closer picture.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Etsy is having a hard time today.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I like the sew pattern on that. Pictures are very clear too. I can see the texture. I can get an idea for what that's going to be like when it shows up. I like that.
All right, let's see.
Got the size in there. Good description of the product.
Ooh, you've got lots of photos from reviews. These are really nice photos. And it looks like the Halloween product. So this is a good indicator that maybe like the whole kind of like gothy home decor, even after Halloween, I would stick to doing the gothy home decor.
Or at least make sure that you continue including stuff like that. Go back up to the top.
I clicked, because I looked at that, now relevancy has switched to all Halloween.
I would make, I'm assuming that you've looked into that, but that looks to me copyright material, so just be careful with that. I mean, obviously you've probably done your research, but
yeah, be super careful with anything copyright.
Tootsie Roll's pretty old, so it might still be open. The original stuff might be open.
Not if it's got to be like 90 years old.
It's not 90. It's
I think it's 91,
I think
actually.
it's 75.
No, I think it's 91. I think it's 91 years old.
I don't know.
Something like that. But anyway,
pretty sure it's 70, but
your photos are super cute. Main critiques that I have, honestly, are your branding. I think that I'm confused about your branding. It's got kind of like a cute, kind of gothy look to it. It's a lot of nice individual elements that don't match each other. So if you could just tighten up your branding a little bit, I think that I would be able to form an impression. Because right now I don't know how to feel. And like I said, that 7-second rule, wanting to know what to feel within 7 seconds, I don't know what to feel. Because I kind of have like the top banner has like kind of a farmhouse burlap look to it. And then the pig doesn't fit that because it's more like cute, almost like, reminds me of like skull animals.
I have one set of Nightmare Before Christmas coasters. Schools. Should I remove them? Yeah. I wouldn't do anything with copyright material.
Yeah. Because who owns does Disney own Nightmare Before Christmas now?
I don't think it's Disney, is it?
I think they own it. Search Disney with it.
Yeah, Disney.
Disney. Okay, so definitely no.
Yeah.
That would be the same as like Mickey Mouse. Anything copyright, I would make sure that it's
and it doesn't even matter if it's Disney. Disney's just notorious for absolutely destroying people. So
yeah,
I would just remove anything with copyright material that's not open domain.
We've all done it. We've all done it before. I've done it. And a lot of people will be like, "Oh, well, it's inspired by or it's my own art." It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Parody is a very fine line when it comes to Etsy, and at the end of the day, they're going to side with the people with billions of dollars and not you.
Exactly.
So, all right, so go ahead and get questions in. We've got some time here. We'll give it maybe 5-10 minutes, just get through some questions, and then
we're going to eat lunch.
Enjoy our weekend. I'm starving. I've got some tuna and lime rice upstairs that I'm going to saute and get you like a potato or something. Doing some like Thai roasted tuna. It's gonna be good.
I love how he's like, and I'll get you a potato or something. That's actually one of my favorite lunches is a potato. I love potatoes.
Can you show 3 different types of shoes in the banner? Why not?
You could, totally.
Just as long as you do it artistically.
For the shoes, yeah.
On the listing section, is it necessary to fill out the materials section? For example, I added live healthy plants.
So materials I would definitely try to add, but they are not like keywords. It's more for the shoppers. So if you're selling literally live plants, then I would just put live and then maybe the type of plant. A lot of people will try to put like extra tags in their materials, and that's silly. Don't do that because it's not being read by Etsy. That's literally for your shoppers. And if they see materials, great gifts for mom, Christmas gifts, yada yada. That doesn't look good, does it?
You know, in the South, they call it a spud. Or they call it taters or potato.
Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
What are the famous men's gifts this holiday?
So for finding what's trending on Etsy, what you want to do is don't ask us because we don't have all that memorized.
I don't know. Don't ask me.
You want to check the data. Go to erank.com. If you don't already have a membership, sign up for a free membership. Go into the reports tab of erank.com and go to the trend report, the trend buzz report. And from there, you'll be able to sort through and see specifically what is trending the most on Etsy, not just now, but I also recommend going back because there's a date range, going back and selecting October, November, and December of 2020, because whatever was trending around those holiday, season last year is likely to trend again this year. So you can start planning. It's almost like having a crystal ball. You know what to expect in the future by looking back and seeing what people were doing in the past. So I would definitely recommend doing that. And then you'll be able to find exactly what is trending for men's products.
I'm assuming that people are just behind in our...
Dang it, Starla, you beat me to it. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Every time we say potatoes, we sing that.
We just finished our yearly
Lord of the Rings
extended
edition binge.
Extended edition. You got to dedicate a third of a day to watching one movie.
We did our Harry Potter too, and now we're out of things to watch.
Yeah, we do Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings every fall. or like right before fall.
Yep.
We'll probably do it again at Christmas. So that's what we'll do. I'm about to start my Etsy shop selling decor and wood signs in English, Spanish, and Portuguese. How could I put this on my social media? I mean,
what do you mean? How do you put it on your social media? Could you reiterate a little bit?
I think, yeah, you have to be more specific.
Are the signs themselves written in English, Spanish, and Portuguese? Or feel free to reiterate, and we'll come back to you in a second.
There's an idea. Pirates of the Caribbean marathon. So that's what we should do.
That's like not one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Pirates
that's
of the
one
Caribbean.
the kiddo can do though. She can actually sit through and enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, I love Johnny Depp. That's just not my favorite. I'm not big on pirates. I mean, I've seen them all.
Johnny Depp's one of my favorite actors.
He loves Johnny Depp.
Love him. I actually really like Orlando Bloom too. Orlando Bloom is an awesome actor. I don't think that Pirates of the Caribbean were his best movies, but he's a good actor.
No, Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit were definitely Orlando Bloom's.
The fact that I can personalize and speak the 3 languages.
Oh, and you want to add that into social media?
I feel like that would be more about you and less about the product that you're selling. I mean, if you're going to sell them in all 3 languages in one shop, then just do it like I wouldn't put the focus on the fact that you're doing all 3 because you can.
Right. Maybe if you're just talking about like how to show the products in the 3 languages, make the exact same item and post pictures of it done in the 3 languages, like with different words, like the same thing, the same word, the same phrase, the same sentence on the sign, one in English, one in Spanish, and one in Portuguese, but it's the exact same, just translated over. That's what I would do. And then making sure that you're posting like just a variety of each product on social.
If you got questions, you better get them in or I'm going to cut it. Can you do more shop critiques as we get closer to the holidays?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we are like out of ideas for these Friday nights.
That's we got Black Friday coming, so
maybe we'll do them like every other week. Unless we come up with a topic that's necessary, we can do them. We have so many people. We did 6 today, 7, however many we did. We got how many people are here right now? 122. That's weird. We've had a really low count the last couple of things. I wonder what's going on.
It's not that I don't like doing shop critiques. I do like doing them. I just don't want to be known as the shop critique channel because I feel
yeah, that's true.
I don't want to just be known as the shop critique channel.
Believe it or not, it does get old saying the same thing over and over again, even though we understand that it's different people here every time.
Yeah.
So, yes. And yeah, like she said, we know they're valuable, but we don't want to be the shop critique channel because we're not going to switch to doing that permanently.
Is there a rule of thumb for collection size? Like if designing a Halloween or fall or Halloween collection, is there a good number of listings to put at the same time? 10 or more typically. If your products are very high priced, you can typically get away with less. For example, if you were doing diamond engagement rings, you could probably pull off a 5-piece collection. But I would say that 10 or more is the standard. I used to do 20-piece collections, also considering that with my collections, items tended to like sell out. But I think as long as it's worthy of being a collection, 3 items doesn't. If I said, "Oh yeah, I am a coin collector. I have 3 coins," you
gotta start somewhere, but you just haven't collected enough yet.
Hey, you know what the best thing to collect is skulls. You know why? Because everybody already has one.
Shut up. Just shut up.
My mom always tells me that. She's like,
God.
Skulls are a great collection to get into because everybody's already got one.
Didn't Amber have a cool picture with dogs and flags from different countries that show the languages she can communicate in? Yes, but she didn't make her shop all about that, so it's a little different.
Yeah, she has one where it's the dogs saying woof woof in all the different languages, and it's super cute, but I think you can find it on her Instagram. But that's a good example.
So can I advertise the 3 languages in the same social media? I won't make the customers confused or tired because I will have the same in 3 languages. It would be the same spot. The 3.
Oh, you mean in the caption where you don't have to do that because it'll translate.
Yeah, it's translated.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. most social media platforms have better translations than Etsy does, and they will translate it over for you. And if it's showing up in a different language for the customer, they can click translate. If you want to do it manually, you can. What I would say is just keep your captions short and then divide it out into the 3 languages. But I would try to keep your captions like 2 sentences at most.
Lucy said, I think it got added in the Facebook group. Go.
Okay. You guys should be able to find it then. Or just check Amber's social media and it should be up there, I think.
Starla with the dad jokes.
How do you post collections?
Quit reading questions off. There might have been something before that.
You read something after that.
Oh, I did this.
Ooh, I can hear. You said Starla with the dad jokes.
We fit in a fight.
Right here. Okay.
Just using.
So collections, basically it's a marketing tool. It is an easier way to market, and most big brands do collections. If you notice, they'll talk about they're launching their blah 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 collection. Basically, it is a way to get your audience excited about something before you have launched it publicly. And doing a collection it encourages people to buy more than one item. Rather than just coming and buying one thing, they want to buy more items from that collection. So for a collection launch, what I recommend doing is making sure that you're advertising before that collection is launched. I would say 3 to 4 weeks in advance. Begin talking about it, begin hyping up the date that it's going to release. Show little teasers of the products, but try to not do big full reveals of everything that you're going to be launching. Get them excited and curious, because curiosity is going to spark people to pay more attention and wait until that date when everything launches. And then on the date that you have set to be your collection launch date, you post all of the products that belong to that collection, whether it be a Halloween collection, a Christmas collection, really a collection can be anything. It can be as big or as small in terms of the niche as you want it to be. And then you just post all of those products at the same time and announce that your collection is now live on social media or wherever you advertise, and start talking about, the blah, blah, blah collection is available now. A brand that I would recommend following that does collections every 2 weeks, if you want a good just example, go to Markiplier and Jacksepticeye's cloak. You can find them on Instagram. They do gamer clothing, and their collection launches are very, very branded. They're very concise. They do them every 2 weeks, which is a lot.
I think it's every 2 weeks. It might be once a month, but I can't.
But they sell out immediately. Even if you're not like into the YouTube gamers.
Good clothes. This is nice. The hoodie I just bought is one of the best hoodies I own.
Even if you're not into the YouTube gamers, study what they do for their marketing and how they launch their collections, because they are some of the best when it comes to hyping collections up.
Now, I wouldn't follow it 100% just simply because they do have their own marketing behind them as well. They're influencers.
Yeah,
right? So
exactly.
They've got the influencer name, but the way that they do their content is a good thing.
That's what I mean.
I sell art prints, but there are so many ways to describe poster, print, wall art, wall decor, etc. Should I put each individual type of print type as their own tag, or tagged with its design?
I don't ever just search for art print.
Nope.
That's not something that people are actively. Most people want something very specific. If people are searching for just art print, they likely don't even know what they want, and they're trying to get inspired through that search, and they're likely not going to purchase on the first page of items. They're going to refine their search based on what they find. Don't focus on art print. Focus on what the print is of, because that is what they're going to be searching for. If their kitchen is decorated in wildflowers, then they are going to be searching for, watercolor wildflower art print. Art print is the least important part of that phrase. Whatever is on the art print is going to be significantly more important. I would still put art print on there, but focus on what is on the print more, and who you're selling it to, and what room it could go into. Nursery, baby elephant nursery art print. Mm-hmm. That tells me exactly what it is. Art print is too vague on its own.
You remember the name of the company you got your gift bags from? No, we have no idea.
Oh, I got them on eBay. I don't remember the company, but if you type in bulk lot satin wedding favor bags or pouch, you should be able to find at least something similar.
Mm-hmm. Do you think things like steampunk, Victorian, cottagecore, and shabby chic could all mesh together in a shop as long as the listings look relatively cohesive?
I mean,
It depends on the product, but I think probably.
we would have to see it in context, but as long as you were able to style it in a way that felt cohesive, it's like playing that game of one of these things is not like the other. If you can do that and something just doesn't feel like it matches when you see everything laying side by side, then you'll know that thing it kind of sticks out, right? It's all about execution, really. I'm sure that you probably could, and I'm sure that you could do a really good job of it, but I'm sure that there are also people who could do it really, really bad. So as long as you're able to pull it off, I think it should be fine.
Yeah. How do you create info pictures in Canva? A picture where I can list info to put in my listings as a photo.
Just add text to it. Yeah. Put a photo in and add text. There's an option to add text right in Canva, or use a template and put your own text on the template. I would recommend checking out we have a Is Canva Pro Worth It video from a couple months ago. I do some live editing in Canva Pro. If you're a little bit shaky on Canva, maybe just watch that video and it should help a little bit. Or watch last week's episode, because we talk about doing Instagram Reels, but I did them in Canva and it's the same exact process. So you can kind of watch how I do that.
Should you do one post per collection item or one post with all the items on social media?
Both. Do combine. You could do a post every day. Today we post all of the products together. Tomorrow we post these 2 products together. The next day we just post this 1 product. Then we post this other product. Then we post the 3rd product. Then we post these 3 products together. Just as long as you're changing things up so it visibly looks different and feels different and the settings are different, then yeah, I think that the most important thing is that you take stylized photos that create a feeling. Don't just post your listing photos unless your listing photos are already stylized in almost a lifestyle way.
I have anxiety about hyping before launch because I don't know I have a big enough audience to pay attention to it, or I'm gonna just look silly. Right. Your audience size does not dictate the worth of your product or your brand.
Yeah, okay, so the whole I'm gonna look silly, no one's gonna think you look silly. Ignore that.
Nope.
Focus on making yourself out to be bigger than you are is actually a good thing, because
just confidence.
Nobody else knows that your audience isn't that big. Nobody else knows that you don't have, eager buyers. Nobody's seeing that. They're only looking on the surface. Nobody's going to dive in to see, oh, do they really have an audience that big? Don't worry about that. What I've noticed is that the more you hype something up, even if it's brand new and you don't have a big following, the more likely it is, because you're confident in it, that other people will follow as well. People are designed to follow confidence, because we don't want to follow. This goes into leadership, and I know that sounds weird, but
the whole thing with the alpha mindset, that's part of it.
Humans are wired to follow leaders. Humans are wired to follow confidence, because we know that the confident person is the safe bet. Yep. And that's typically why, confident people are seen as being more like attractive, because it's the safe bet. It's more.
Look at you don't see it a lot with brands, obviously, because you don't see the people behind the brands, but look at any successful musician ever, or any successful band. The people that stick out are the people that almost come off as jerky because they're so confident. It doesn't matter what they wear. They act the way that they want to act. They're pushy almost, but they're famous because of that. Look at people like Kanye West.
Or he's
a total D-bag, but he's also one of the most famous people on the planet because of it.
Or they wear silly things that nobody else would wear, but they don't care because they're so confident and comfortable in their own skin.
Yes.
And it's not something that anybody is born with. If you go back and watch some of my first videos, I do not act the way that I act. It's about getting comfortable with doing it, and you're only going to get comfortable with talking highly of your brand if you do it consistently until it becomes second nature. Just like when Mark and I get on the Friday Bean, I don't flinch anymore. It's not a big thing anymore. It's not like a big thing that we have to game ourselves up to do. We just get on and do it.
Come down here like 20 minutes beforehand, throw on a hat, and start the stream.
Exactly. And marketing is the same way.
Yep.
And the more highly you talk of your brand as if it is a large thing, the bigger that it gets. Little example, and I wasn't going to bring this up, but I will, just because we're at the end. But Amber and I started a podcast this week, And we started it at 0. We didn't know how to do podcasts. We had no idea what we were doing. We recorded it on Tuesday. Or no, we posted it on Tuesday, recorded it on Monday. And we're already in the top 15% of all podcasts.
Top 10, I thought. Didn't it get
No, not yet.
up to top 10?
We're working up to top 10.
Just under top 10%.
We are in the top 15% of all podcasts. And it's about books. It's not something that you guys would probably be interested in. But that just shows that because we were talking very confidently about it on the platform that we had built with other readers, and we were hyping it up, we were talking about it like it was going to be the next big thing. It became the next big thing because we got people so excited about that. And we started at 0. We didn't already have some big audience. We started at nothing. Talk highly of your thing. And even if it sounds like you're posting to crickets, someday it's not going to be crickets. And the people who are listening are going to be the ones who are listening the most carefully.
Somebody said, where is this podcast? I don't think we're going to announce that.
I already have. It's...
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't want to do it too much on too many different places because I don't want there to be an artificial inflation of people that go over and sign for it and then not listen to it and then it create problems. So if it comes naturally, fine, but then maybe later on we'll announce it. But I think it's in the early stages that we shouldn't do that. I want to try to keep the analytics very even.
Yeah.
So if it gets to a point where it's already big, maybe we'll announce it in more places. We'll do it here. But if it's something you're interested in, you'll find it.
That's true.
Let's see here. I finally just realized what's about you today. Starla, did you get new glasses? She did.
I did get new glasses. These are my Harry Potter glasses, and I don't really like them very much. I feel kind of silly in them. I have another big, thick frame pair as well. I think I look mean in these.
We got a question.
Do I look mean?
No. Without makeup, she looks like Harry Potter, though. Let's see.
I do.
Photo background. I'm changing over to gray because it works for my project. How important is the same color background over different lighting situations?
It depends on how well it's executed, but it doesn't matter that much. I would just say to try to get it close if you can.
Ooh.
Yeah, you keep thumping it.
Sorry.
Try to get it close if you can, but it's not going to make or break you. Don't stress yourself out or try to spend 10 hours editing photos so that the color is exactly the same. Good photos are what's important. Them being crisp, them being clear, and the product being properly lit so that you can tell exactly what it is more important than the background.
Yeah, for sure. It's almost like if you're taking video with multiple cameras, you at the end of the day, the clarity of the picture needs to be cohesive between them. The lighting doesn't necessarily matter. It's just it shouldn't look like you took it in a different place.
Exactly.
The backgrounds can be different, the lighting can be different, but it shouldn't look like it's a different camera for every picture. I finally just realized. Oh, never mind. I did that. Sorry, we're getting to the end here. You're being so silly today. Refreshing. I'm trying to be. I actually started taking nootropics again, and it could be entirely placebo, but I feel frickin' great.
Beige bird.
No. What are some good phrases to use on Facebook ads? I'm going to make a slideshow for my Etsy shop, and I don't know what to say on the pics.
Well, we have to know what the pics are. That's a little hard. You know your product better than we do. We don't know what you sell. We don't know what the photos of. We don't know what the context is. I think that's something that you'll have to kind of sit and figure out yourself. But I recommend getting the books Words That Sell and Phrases That Sell. They aren't books that you read. They're reference books that are just full of words and phrases that you can use for marketing based on the feeling that you want to create. So if you want to create feelings of love, they have phrases to use for marketing for feelings of love. I would recommend getting Words That Sell and Phrases That Sell. Amber had said, if you like young adult fiction, just pop us a message. You'd be bored poopless if you don't enjoy teenage trash romance books. Yeah, it's about Tracy Wolf's Crave series. So if you're not interested in that series, then you're not going to be interested in this because it's a very defined target market that we have for our podcast because it's this one specific book series.
I wasn't going to shout it out, but there you just...
I didn't say the name of it.
Yeah, but you gave them everything they needed for it.
Yeah, well,
Anyway. She had continued. If it's a sale or things to say to persuade people to click on my ad.
Words that sell and phrases that sell. They're very cheap, especially if you get them used. You can get them for like $5 a book.
You never look mean.
Aw.
And somebody had said maybe just darker, like a darker frame. I agree. I think like a sandblasted, like dark black would be really dope. I think that exact style with a sandblasted black would be really nice.
I have red frames, red thinner frames coming too. They just haven't arrived yet.
Okay, I think that's going to call it. I'm hungry. My stomach is actually growling at this point. So we're going to go ahead and call it.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. Over the next few weeks, we're going to be working a little bit harder to get you guys ready for Black Friday. Like I said at the beginning of this episode, even if you live in an area where Black Friday isn't big, even if you don't plan to host a sale for Black Friday, there will be more traffic on Etsy on Black Friday than any other day out of the year. So it's the perfect time to optimize. If your sale or if your products don't seem giftable, don't worry about that. People do general shopping on Black Friday as well. And it's good to optimize for that because what do you have to lose, really? I mean, if you optimize and you don't make sales, then hey, you didn't lose anything. So I still recommend getting ready for it regardless. And we're going to have tons of content. We're going to have the Black Friday toolbox, which is free and it's full of things that you can use to prep for Black Friday, to prep your marketing. But in the meantime, I recommend going down below and clicking open the see more in the video description and getting my 2021 marketing calendars. Obviously, you're not going to need the beginning of the year, but print out the end of the year calendars because those are going to tell you dates to optimize for, when to consider launching collections, when to host sales, and how to prepare. And then I also recommend getting my SSAR swipe files. Those are my 5-star customer service strategy that's going to help you to get more 5-star reviews on Etsy, which also, if you've got more 5-star reviews, that's going to help your overall listing quality scores and help your search ranking on Etsy so that your products are getting found by more people, which is really important around the holidays. So, other than that, guys, we hope that you have a fantastic weekend. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram at Starla, the letter K and more. If you want to watch Mark and his fitness journey, you can follow him at big_Mark M on Instagram. And
also, I will have a new one next week, hopefully, for my music stuff.
Yeah, so follow us. Feel free to check out my reel. I did a 1-minute day in the life of me that I posted to Instagram this morning that shows my Thursday, which is my Q&A day for eRank. So it kind of showed me going through the process of scheduling 3 months worth of posts on social media, making those posts, scheduling the Friday bean, going to the gym, everything that I ate that day. And even I even had time to read a book. So
like the video, subscribe, click the bell icon if you want to get notified when we go live. Make sure you have the YouTube app, otherwise you won't get notified. Leave a comment, show some love, share it if you want to. We love you guys, and we'll see you next week.